Well, welcome to our Pizza and Possibilities night. And we are so excited because there are so many
What's
possibilities
your Wi-Fi
of what you
password?
can do with the Pampered Chef business. I have been personally with Pampered Chef for 22 years, and it has
Echo.
literally changed my life. And so I'm always excited to share with people about how this business can work, even in times that we have right now that are truly unprecedented, not only in our state or our country, but really in the world. And so we're excited to tell you tonight how Pampered Chef is working even in the midst of viruses, etc. So first of all, we want to thank you for being here. Thanks for introducing yourself. And we have consultants in about 40 of the 50 states in the country. So you may in fact know a consultant in your area. If you don't, we can area. So anyway, I want to first of all talk about money, because that's a lot of what is on people's minds these days, and wondering how they're going to have extra money and what if things are affected. So I want to tell you that we work on commission. And the more you sell in 1 month, the more you earn. We have an escalated commission, and that means that your commission rate is actually higher the more you sell in one given month. So even by doing one party per week, consultants can earn between $400 and $600 per month. Most of the time, that's somebody's car payment, or maybe it's a credit card payment. So as simple as one party a week could do that. 2 parties a week, you could actually generate $800 to $1,000, and then up from there. So we have consultants on our team that do this part-time, full-time, and career time. And you get to choose how you want to do your business, which is really, really exciting. And you also get to choose how you do your business. So you may have been invited to this event with the understanding that we do virtual parties. And we can do cooking parties, we can do fundraiser parties, bridal showers, but right now there's a big focus on virtual parties because you can do them from home. You can do them from anywhere. Even within the virtual parties themselves, there's choices. Did you know that 15-minute Pampered Chef parties are really, really popular? And we have an outline that we share with our consultants that will let you do that. We also do 1-hour parties. 60 minutes you can party, and we give you outlines for that. Or some consultants love doing multi-day parties, and we give you outlines for that. So literally, we've figured out how to do these virtual parties. They're fun for us, they're fun for our customers. And right now, people are at home, maybe, and cooking, maybe, more than they ever do. So we feel like it's so timely and great to be able to do this. So the last thing I want to tell you before I have a few consultants share some stories with you is that sometimes people say, I don't think I could do Pampered Chef. I already have a job. And maybe some of you tonight that are watching also already have a job. It may surprise you, but 75% of consultants with Pampered Chef actually work another job. And they do Pampered Chef as a side gig or a side hustle. And I'm telling you, it can be a really profitable side hustle or side gig. There's, again, some of us that do this full time, which is what I do. And Pampered Chef allows me to pay my mortgage, help my kids with college, all the things. And this is what I do full time. But again, 75% of our consultants already have a job. So I don't know if that surprises you or not, but I think that's really good to know that you can squeeze it in around a job, school, hobbies, or a house full of kids as well. So with that in mind, I'm going to introduce you to 3 amazing consultants that are new to Pampered Chef, because I wanted you to hear from somebody who's new and having great success. So I'm just going to go straight to Shannon, and Shannon Honor is going to go first. And Shannon, I'm going to let you just kind of tell everybody your story in a couple of minutes. So go ahead and take it over, Shannon. Thank you so much.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Hi, so I have actually only been a consultant for, I should have counted the days. It's been less than 30 days. My 30 days is March 25th. And I've already, so when you first start, there's this fast track to success. And I've already hit 3 of the 4 steps. I just hit the third one this past Monday, so yesterday. So I had my first party the last week of February, and I had 4 hosts, and that was a very successful party for a very successful week. And then since then I've had success doing 2 parties per week since then. I've also, one of my hosts from the very first week of parties came back and wanted to do an impromptu catalog party. So that's all I've done. I haven't had any live parties yet. I have my first live party on the 21st. If anybody shows up, we don't know. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, it's been really fun, actually. I started doing this because I used to work in corporate America. I used to actually work for an online school, and I got pregnant with twins, and one of them she was born with a birth defect, and she had to have surgery. So she is a medically complex child. So my husband and I made the decision for me to stay home and be with them. So we went from a 2-income family to a single-income family, and they are not our only kids. We have 2 older kids as well. So we are a family of 6, and it just became hard for us to transition from 2 to 1 income. So we needed something to supplement. And so that's why we decided. I tried to, make my own business doing, like vinyl and stuff like that. And it just wasn't working for me. So this really helped because there's already a structure in place, and you can put your own flair to it, and you can make it your own. And it's something that I'm passionate about. I love to cook, and I've always loved Pampered Chef products. So it made it really easy. So that's why I joined. So, and I don't regret it at all.
I love your story, Shannon. Congratulations for all your success. And just a treat that you're able to stay home with your twins and help. So anyway, thanks for sharing. You're such a brave new consultant. I love that. I love that. Kathy, are you ready to share next? And Kirsty, you get to bring us home at the end. No pressure. Go ahead, Kathy. Tell us a little bit about you.
All right. I'm Kathy. I am from West Virginia. We were the holdout state, not anymore. But I am only doing virtual parties, and I'm loving it. My first party was my own, which was an awesome way to start. But what really got me started was my mom had a party back in December. And I fell in love with it. We talked the whole time. She's like, "You could do this." I'm like, "Yeah, I could." And we've talked several times since. I'm a full-time graduate student working on my doctorate. I teach online, and I'm the math department chair for our online school. And I'm also a graduate assistant. And my mom's like, "Do you have time for this?" I'm like, that's what's wonderful about it, is you can make it work for you. And I had 2 parties last week that I just finished closing up on those, and was able to do that amongst all the other things I have to do. And that has been great. I've reached 2 of the milestones out of the 4. I'm just now in about 45 days. And I'm really plugging away. Tammy is the one who I joined under, and she is phenomenal. And I'll say the same thing Shannon said. I think the part I really, really enjoy is there's already a structure in place. And Tammy has been super supportive. My first party, she walked me through every single step. And I think the thing that attracts me the most, in addition to products and money, is just the people. That has been my favorite part. In the virtual parties, I do the week-long 5 days with some pre-party and post-party. And I just like the connections that I've made with people, and the conversations that we have, not even over products, just fun conversations. And it's been really interesting having family in a virtual party together, that they learn things about each other that they didn't know. And just, the connections I even see among guests. And I think for me, that's the most rewarding part. Of course, the money's good too. But I just really enjoy the relationships and the connections that I've made.
Kathy, thank you so much for sharing. And I love that you're just this example of a very busy person who's actually able to fit in Pampered Chef with that. And that's just kind of goes back to the point that 75% of our consultants are busy, just like you. Well, literally 100% of us are busy, but for sure, I love that. And I think, Kathy, you spoke to this idea of how fun a party is and how people get to connect. Right now, with social distancing going on, people are looking for connection, and we can provide that in our parties. So thank you for sharing, Kathy. I really, really appreciate that. Kirsty, let's bring it home. Tell us a little bit about your story, and you can tell them, I know that you work as well. So go ahead and take it over.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kirsty. So my 30 days will be tomorrow. So I'm a full-time teacher with a 1-year-old at home, so busy as well. I had been to a couple Pampered Chef parties from my director, Irene. And then I just kind of like thought, hearing her story and all the things that she's earned in her trips and what Pampered Chef has done for her and allowed her to stay home. That's really my goal. My 1-year-old, I want to stay home with her, and being a teacher, I have all these amazing parents that volunteer and go to every event. And as a teacher, and then a mom, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to volunteer for my kid and in her classroom and not miss events. So, I just, like I said, my director, Irene, her story has just inspired me to have Pampered Chef do that for me as well. So in my 30 days, I've done 2 virtual parties and 1 online party, and I've already reached 2 of the 4 goals in your first 90 days. So I've earned free product. I earned an umbrella for March. So, there's just, Pampered Chef really goes above and beyond with supporting new consultants and, encouraging us to, with the product and everything. Again, in my 30 days is tomorrow, and we've had 2 team meetings with just my director's team, plus an in-person meeting as a larger group. My director's constantly reaching out to me, making sure that I feel supported and I know I'm comfortable and I'm ready. My first live party was Friday the 13th, and it was very successful, and I don't think that it would have been successful without the amazing support that I've had already. So I just, I've tried other, small business things like this, and nothing has worked for me because there hasn't been the support that Pampered Chef gives us, and I just appreciate that. And hopefully I can stay home one day and keep doing Pampered Chef and earning all the amazing things that they give to consultants.
That's awesome. And girl, we're going to be cheering for you that you can do that, because that is our heart. Anybody who says, I want to be a stay-at-home mama, we're like, yes, let's do this. So thank you 3 ladies for sharing. And, those of you who are guests tonight, you're hearing them talk a lot about what levels they've earned. What's really cool with Pampered Chef is these are levels they're earning of free products. Most people start Pampered Chef who are, should we say, Pampered Chef addicts. They love our products and they want to get them for free or discounted. So Pampered Chef gives you amazing incentives in your first 90 days to earn great products. But please don't think that's all they're getting. Girls, right? We have commission checks that we're getting. And I know Kathy referenced and said money is nice. There's legit great income that you're making from your very first party. And most new consultants pay off their kit within their first 1 or 2 parties. So please know that there's money and products that are available to you. So anyway, remember, as you're getting questions in your head, make sure you're writing those down. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what happens when you decide to get started as a consultant. It's very easy to start. The biggest decision you have to make that might stress you out is which kit should you order, because there are 3 kits that are available all the time. And this month there's a 4th kit. And the 4th kit is what we were calling the anniversary kit. It is $19.80. It's a business in a box. It's a paperwork only kit that just helps you start a business for less than your week's worth of Starbucks. like legit amazing. But if you want to get a kit that's a little bit bigger that actually includes products, your consultant will send you a link to their website and you can see the 3 different kits. One is $99, one is $159, and one is $249. And they are filled with products that you as a new consultant will get for about 90% off. And in addition to all of the products that you get in any kit, you get a free website for 90 days. And that's how you do these virtual parties, or you just have people shop from you. And you also get an apron, and you get a tote bag if you get products to carry your products around or to store them. And we have an amazing opportunity. So if you're just a huge Pampered Chef fan or addict, be a consultant. It's the best way to get products. And the money on the site's not so bad either. So you can totally make that work for you. So my question to you, if you all know where the chat bar is, if you're a guest tonight or if you're already a consultant, what product would you most get excited about to get in your kit? Tell us a little bit in the chat bar. This is the interactive part where we get to hear from you. For those of you who got a kit, you're a consultant already, what product were you most excited to get in your kit? Let's hear from you. Go ahead and type that. Oh yes, Shannon got the big kit then that had the quick cooker in it. Yes, and Kirsty, yes, the rock crock is amazing. Good answer, Sarah. How can we not love them all? You're so right. So right. Anybody else want to share a product they're really excited about? The food processor, thanks for sharing, Pam. That is one that we can use night and day. It gets used a lot in my kitchen for sure, for sure. So we've talked a little bit about the money you can earn. We've talked a little bit about stories from other new consultants, and you heard them talk about the support, the systems that are already in place, and then we talked about the products that you can get. I just want to end this time before we open up for questions and answers, just to tell you a little bit about Pampered Chef's purpose. We believe that mealtime is family time, and now more than ever, people need help so they can gather around the table quick and easy. We want to help people make meals that are healthy, delicious, and fit into their busy lifestyle, and that might even turn out to be kid-friendly. Do you know that many consultants who start Pampered Chef are not very good cooks? And if anybody was asking, I would be at the top of the list as not one of the very good cooks. But I'll tell you, I did make wings tonight for dinner in our new air fryer, and it was amazing. And I'm like, I made those? So for those that think, I don't know, I'm not a good cook, you don't have to be a good cook to succeed at Pampered Chef. And so I just want to tell you, our mission is more than about selling quick cookers and knives and stoneware. Our mission is to help families. And again, more than ever now, to be that inspiration that can help people feel successful in the kitchen, like I felt tonight when I served wings, that I was like, this is so great. So we really want to tell you too that people are excited to cook at home, and that the kitchen product ware market industry, whatever, is $10 billion a year is how much people spend on kitchenwares. Can you imagine that? And I'm talking across the board, all companies. If you are a part of Pampered Chef, you're getting a piece of that pie. And cooking is never going to go out of style. Eating is never going to go out of style. And so get a piece of the pie, and you can be a part of the Pampered Chef mission as well and make a difference. So we've talked already about the kits. So I'm going to now give you a chance to ask us some questions. And then again, we will be asking to record some names and make sure we know who's going to be in the drawing for a free baking stone tonight. And then you're going to have a survey that your person who invited you is going to send you, and you're going to fill that out. And that's going to put you in a drawing for the 40th anniversary kit of $19.80, or you can take a credit of $19.80 toward any kit that you want. And that's from me, because I just want to help somebody be able to start this business. So that's what your reward is for being here tonight or for watching this recording. All right. So have you thought of some questions? Does anybody want to unmute and ask the question that way? Or if you prefer, you can put it in the chat bar. So Who has our first question tonight? And don't be shy, and there is no dumb question, and I really mean that. I'm going to give you a second, and I'll give a few questions that I had if y'all don't have any, but I'll give you a minute to think or to type or to unmute yourself. Good question we have from Christina. Is there a minimum amount of sales each month? That is a great question. There is no minimum in the sense that you have to sell something or you're going to be dropped if you don't sell every month. The minimum to be an active consultant is $150, and that's pretty much 3 orders. That is very easy to do. So it is not hard to meet the minimum to be active every month. If you go 6 months without being active, they drop you as a consultant. So the real question I always ask people, what's the minimum you want to make? What is your time and energy worth? And so we would always be encouraging and helping you set that goal. What do you want Pampered Chef to do for you? And then we'd work backwards and figure out what your personal minimum is that's going to work for your family. So thank you for that question, Christina. Sarah's question, oh my goodness, what kind of trips do you go on? Well, my friends, funny you should ask. I just got home from Paris on Saturday, which is why I'm in a self-quarantine for 14 days. And that was a free trip from Pampered Chef to Paris. And I don't want to put Irene on the spot because I told her I wouldn't, but Irene has been on several trips and maybe would want to pipe in on that. I've been traveling with Pampered Chef. I've been in, I told you, 22 years, and I earned a trip 21 of the 22 years. So I could rattle off so many places we've gone. But Irene, do you want to say any of your favorites? I'm going to owe you a coffee later.
Yeah, so I have been with Pampered Chef for a little over 4 years now, and I've actually earned a trip every single year. And so my very first trip was to the Bahamas. It was amazing. It was my very first trip that I've ever taken with just my husband, no kids. So that was really awesome. And it was great. I mean, everything is included. So like your airfare, your car service, all our food, all our alcohol on the trip was paid for. The second year we did Amelia Island, which is right off the coast of Florida. Same, it was beautiful, 4 days, 3 nights. This past year, a couple of us that are on here, Tammy Duncan, Julie, myself, we went to Oahu. So we went to Hawaii, and we stayed at the Hilton Hawaiian Village, right on the water. It was amazing. 5 days, 4 nights, everything was included. It was so fun. And a couple of us this year earned a trip for 4 to Disney World. That trip is not till June, so I am hoping that Disney World will be open by then so we can go. But yeah, it is pretty amazing. This Disney World trip, my kids, I made them work hard. All the crooked labels and stuff like that on my catalogs, that's my children. And it's great. I mean, we're staying at the brand new Disney Resort. It included our airfare, 3-day park hopper tickets. We have a Disney dining plan. So, I mean, when Pampered Chef offers you a free incentive trip that you have to earn, you want it. You'll never want to miss a trip ever again. Because I always tell people the best vacations are free vacations. And I'm all about that. So sign me up. So, yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Irene. I could not have done that better than you did. That was amazing. And you guys, I just want to remind you, kind of like when I told you before that the girls were sharing the products they're earning are in addition to the commission. The trips we're earning are in addition to the commission. So there's just perks galore to make this one of the most fun jobs that doesn't always feel like a job you could ever have. And so we earn trips by what we sell. And so when we're just doing our job at the end of the year, instead of Pampered Chef giving us a turkey or a pat on the back, we earn a vacation. And there's 3 levels to the vacations for the part-timers, the full-timers, and the career time people. And so there is something for everybody. So those were great questions. Does anybody else, we have another 1 or 2 minutes. Does anybody else have a question for us? And I'm trying to think, the common questions that I hear typically are, of course, is there a minimum? And Christina covered that. Sarah, you had a good one with the trips. People ask me, how do you get started? And I think I've explained your biggest decision is which kit you order. And then you guys, I just want to explain to you, once you order your kit, we can literally start you a party in 2 to 4 days. You could have a commission check on April 8th. So if you've been a little stressed about finances, literally, why not get yourself a kit? You can get the $19.80 kit, or you can get a big kit with products, and you can literally start a party within 2 to 4 days and have your first commission check on April 8th. And we will help you every step of the way. So that's a common question. It looks like we got another one, good one from Christina. If I don't have a ton of friends, how do I find hosts? Christina, I'm so glad you asked that. When I started with Pampered Chef, I didn't have very many friends either because we didn't do virtual parties then, and I had just moved to a new state. You really need 2 to 4 good friends. That's all you need. And once you start with that little circle, it will just kind of spiral out from there, because then when my sister did a party, one of her friends booked, and then one of her friends booked, and it just goes from there. There's a domino effect. And we help you brainstorm, because you don't always have to do parties with good friends. Sometimes your acquaintance that you just know from the neighborhood, or maybe you know somebody from your old job or whatever, will help you brainstorm that. And it's really easier than you might think. You might know more people than you think. Great question. All right, 1 more minute if anybody else has a question. All right, so Irene, do I need to have people type in the chat bar if they're a guest, or do you feel like you have a good list of how many guests we have on tonight so we can announce the Pizza Stone winner before we hang up?
I'm good. I got everybody.
Awesome. Yes, Victoria.
Julie,
Yes.
you can get Penny Roach because she came on a little after.
All right, so we will add
my
Penny.
guess.
We got her. Irene got her. Awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're on, Penny, and you came on even late. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and Irene's going to do a random.org. She's going to draw a name and tell me who it is. So let me look and see if we have any more questions. Sarah Hall, sorry, got to work. Have a good night. I'm excited. Thank you, Sarah, for joining. And Audrey is a guest as well. She was late, no problem. I know we got her. Irene was able to look at the names and know who's a consultant and who's our guest. So we're good to go. If you think of questions once we get off, please send those to your consultant. And then I'll just encourage you, if you've ever thought, I don't know if this is a good time to get started, I don't know if I'll be good at this or not, I'm going to encourage you what you might say if you had kids and they said, I'm thinking about playing basketball, but I don't know if I'd be any good. What would you say to your kid? You wouldn't say, you're right, you might really be bad at basketball, don't try. No, you would never say that to your kid. You would probably say, you know what? Let's give it a try. You won't know until you give it a try yourself. So I'm going to tell you tonight, if you need me to encourage you, you never know how Pampered Chef could change your life. None of us who started knew how long we would stick or how long it would be good. But with the kit being the great deal that it is, you literally can't lose just by giving it a try. So thanks for coming on tonight. Irene, do you want to announce our winner? When you unmute, you're muted still. Shall we unmute you? Hold on a minute. You're still muted.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I got Caitlin Pollock.
Caitlin Pollock is our winner?
Is she still on? I can't see.
No,
Yes.
it looks like she's gone. All right, so
okay.
we will
That's
find
what
Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin is still here.
Oh,
yay,
perfect.
Caitlin. All right, so Caitlin, whoever invited you, send them your address and then tell them to send it to me, because I will be sending you a baking stone. So congratulations. And then all of you that are on, or all of you that are watching this recording, you need to reach out to your consultant and say, I need the survey link. And the survey link is what you're going to fill out to be able to have a chance to win the $19.80 kit or the $19.80 credit toward any kit you want. So again, yeah, let's do this. Penny said, when can I join? Right now. Like, you can join as soon as we hang up. Go to Victoria or Vicky's website and pick your kit and go, or if you're going to wait till after I do the drawing. If somebody wins after the fact and you've excited, you want to order your kit tonight, I will just send you a $19.80 kit credit. after the fact. So you don't need to wait. If you're ready to go, we're going to give people 48 hours to watch this and fill out the survey. So today's Tuesday. By Thursday noon, almost 48 hours, by Thursday noon, I will do the drawing. And I will then have it be announced from your consultant. Will reach out to you if you're the winner. All right. Thank you so much for being on. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night, and good night.